You get your paycheck and you swear this is the month that you're going to start saving money. But despite your best intentions, you pay your rent, your car breaks down, your dog gets sick, and you just really need a new pair of boots. By the time the end of the month is rolled around, those good intentions have gone out the window and your account is sitting at zero again. Does this sound familiar? If you struggle to save money, then stick with me, because today we are diving into the psychology of why saving money feels so hard and what you can do to change it. The first reason you may be struggling to save money is because our brains are hardwired for instant gratification. So it's natural for us to prioritize short-term rewards over long-term rewards. If you think about it from an evolutionary standpoint, which is better, a guaranteed meal now or the possibility of a meal in the future? You're going to choose food now. Today, we're no different. If you get home from work and have to decide what's for dinner, which is easier? Ordering takeout that's delivered fully prepared and directly to your door? Or planning ahead, going to the grocery store, picking out the supplies, spending an hour cooking, and then having your dinner? Takeout is so much easier, but there are ways that we can train our brain to delay gratification. First, you can set up your finances to see short-term wins on your way to long-term goals. For example, if your goal is to have $20,000 in an emergency fund, set up progress checks along the way. Give yourself a little reward once you hit $2,000 or $10,000. You could even make it into a game and see how quickly you can hit each $1,000 benchmark. This way, your brain is getting short-term gratification, but you're still working on your long-term goals. If you're working on saving money, try instigating a 24-hour rule. It goes like this. When you see something that you want, go ahead and add it to your cart, but wait 24 hours before purchasing. If in 24 hours you're still thinking about it and you still want it, go ahead and purchase it. But if it was an impulse purchase, then after 24 hours, you'll either completely forget about it or realize that it's not really that important anyways. The second reason you may be struggling to save money is because you don't really have a reason to. If you have to choose between eating out at your favorite restaurant and saving more, which do you think you're going to choose? Not even I would choose saving. But if you have to choose between eating out at your favorite restaurant and saving an extra $100 for your dream trip to Paris, which are you going to choose? Suddenly, it's a lot easier to say no to eating out, isn't it? You're going to struggle to save money if you don't have a strong emotional connection to your savings goals. Just saying, I should save more is really boring and vague. But saying, I want to save $10,000 for my dream trip to the Bahamas, or I want to save $30,000 to remodel my kitchen, or I want to save $15,000 in an emergency fund so I don't have to worry about unexpected hospital bills. Now you have a real reason to save your money. So get specific with your goals. Name them. Write them down. Picture them as if they've already happened. Then write down small, achievable steps that you can take to get there. Saving money becomes so much easier once you are specific and intentional about your goals. Do you remember how in college you were so poor that you would steal toilet paper from the academic buildings and live off of ramen for days? That seems impossible to imagine now, right? As we get older, our income level changes, and so does our lifestyle. To a certain extent, this is normal. I can't imagine still drinking the $4 box wine that I used to drink in college. Now that I have a job, I treat myself to a nice $10 bottle of wine. But when we earn more, sometimes our spending rises to match that extra income, making it harder for us to save money. This is called lifestyle creep. This will likely show up in small ways at first. Maybe you used to make your coffee at home, but now you prefer lattes from your local coffee shop. Maybe you used to get by on one streaming service, but now you have 3. But lifestyle creep can show up in big ways too, especially after a significant income increase like a job change or a raise. You may trade in a perfectly acceptable used car for a brand new one because you just want something shinier. Or you may move from a comfortable 1-bedroom into a 2-bedroom because you want more space. These lifestyle changes rob your savings of the nice boost that they could get from your salary increase. Now, I want to be clear. Lifestyle creep isn't inherently bad. If you were making $1 million per year and still living off of ramen to save money, honestly, I would question your sanity. But where lifestyle creep is dangerous is where you increase your spending without increasing your savings and investments, or even deciding on what new goals you have for your money. This is how people get stuck in a cycle of spending, which can make even people who make six figures feel like they're still living from paycheck to paycheck, because they aren't prioritizing their money in the right way. So the first fix is to simply live below your means. This means keeping your necessary expenses low enough that you still have money to set aside for saving, investments, and some pleasurable spending. Next, you need to define your priorities. With each salary increase, you should be setting aside a larger amount of money for your savings and investments, and redefining what your priorities are for your spending. If you decide that you want to use your raise to buy a new car, fine. But just remember, that could mean that you have to adjust other areas of your spending in order to make up for it. Maybe you don't eat out as much, or you don't go shopping as much now that you have a car payment. The final reason you're struggling to save money is because of all or nothing thinking. You think that savings only counts if you can save large amounts of money every month, but that's not true. If you can only save $20 per month right now, fine. Yes, it may take longer to reach your goals, but you're still moving in the right direction. What's more is you're building the habit of saving, so when you eventually do have more than $20 per month to save, you've already established the saving habit. Now, I know saving money can be hard at first, but once you understand where your behaviors are coming from and why it's so hard, it makes it so much easier to take that first step towards change. Remember, you don't need to be perfect, you just need to start. And small changes really can make a difference. I want to hear from you. Let me know in the comments, what is the hardest part about saving your money? What strategies do you use to save your money? And if you liked this video, don't forget to like and subscribe and tune in every Wednesday for a new money psychology video. See you next week.